I know the science centers that our competitor schools have, which are exceptional and beautiful. You come into our building, it's a definite disappointment. It is a huge impediment. Now, the great thing is if you go into any one of the lab spaces, all the equipment's there, but the spaces aren't flexible, they're not large enough, and definitely the initial feel of any prospective student and his or her family members walking into the building compared to any one of our peer schools, it's a letdown.
We have significant problems with humidity control, ventilation, water leaks, steam leaks, mold, rust. All of those things can interfere with teaching and learning.
This summer when I was working my research in West Science, the third floor was like Antarctica.
It's either really hot or really cold.
It has fantastic equipment. You know, we have a new NMR machine. We have a room full of analytical machines that, you know, all the classes constantly use, but it's housed in a room that kind of looks like an unfurnished garage.
Where it's considerably behind what we can offer to the students in the way of facilities and modern labs. And then the competition is getting way ahead of us. And I'm hoping that we will continue to attract the extraordinarily wonderful students we now can attract, but I'm not so sure that our reputation will ride out very far in the future.
And the current constraints that we have in where you have a rigid lab and a rigid classroom are just not the way science is taught anymore. It's just not flexible enough. And as we've gotten together as a department and talked about the new spaces, what we're trying to do is develop classroom spaces that are as flexible as possible so that the lecture and the lab and the discussion can all be integrated together and it'd be a fluid sort of transition from one phase to the other, because there's not a difference anymore between those.
We have this wonderful array of faculty members who, you know, have dedicated their days and their careers to teaching the students at Cornell, and this is their home, and we've had wonderful experiences, and they've taught us and they've pushed us out into the world, and now it's time to give back to them so that they have the good facilities to keep recruiting students and to keep teaching to their best ability.
The new science building will be located to the east of the current West Science Center, built right into the hill. It will be built in a style that is commensurate with the height of the buildings that surround it, and will sort of be a discoverable entity of one of the buildings as you move along the Piedmont. The science building plan is to house both chemistry and biology, so there'll be teaching labs, there'll be teaching classrooms, and there'll be research labs. West Science will be undergoing a fairly substantial renovation to house computer science, math, and engineering.
Science moves very fast, and not only in the equipment but in the surrounding structure itself. We need to improve that so that students get a real contemporary experience in science when they go to Cornell.